Hey, so guys, we're starting to get into some crazy meat and potatoes here. So this is my favorite subject of all marketing. This skill is all you need to know to guarantee your success, whether you know anything about affiliate marketing, whether you don't even have to learn any other skills. You don't need to learn copywriting. You don't need to learn data analysis. And generally, as I say, if you're like more for the sales side, you're gonna wanna like copywriting is gonna kind of be your thing. More engineering, kind of like the data analysis process stuff might be more interesting to you. But either way, doesn't matter. You can guarantee your success by doing this one thing called research, knowing how to research properly. Shut the door. So research is what I call it reverse engineering, and this is actually a really cool concept that I got from, or it's not really I got, but this is Elon Musk. I don't know how many of you know Elon Musk. He started PayPal, he started Tesla, he started Solar City, he started SpaceX. He started $4 billion plus companies. He's a mega billionaire, one of the richest people on the earth. And he started a school, right? And we're all doing education kind of right now. And what his school is all about is it's about taking ideas or problems or products or whatever and reverse engineering them into their constituent components and then analyzing those specific things, figuring out what skills are necessary to put it back together again. Now that's exactly what we should be doing here is, I don't want you learning a bunch of theory and then trying to, being like, oh, I know all this theory and like, now how do I go about and do it? We're gonna do one of these trainings on the computer too. So what I want you to be able to do is just frickin' make it, only stuff that's usable. So let's get into it. So the anatomy of a successful affiliate campaign. This is let's just say, a successful affiliate campaign really comes down to a few core things. Okay? It comes down to, well, targeting. Comes down to ads, comes down to pre-sale pages, and it comes down to offers, okay? So these are really the only things we're working with. These are the only things we're working with. And what's great about this program is you have a baseline of where to start on all of this stuff, especially if in doing advertising for business opportunity campaigns, which I believe is the best thing to promote as an affiliate marketer. You have the targeting that you can use. You have the data I've given you. You have the ad swipe files, ads that work. You have the pre-sale pages that work, that convert, and you have offers that work, that are high converting, high payout. Now, all of those things are great, but what I want you to be able to do is when you're looking, if you want to advertise something else, something that you don't see on this program, or if you want to advertise a different niche, like funeral homes or reverse mortgages or something that I don't cover, you want to be able to reverse engineer a successful affiliate campaign. Now check it out. Targeting, some rules of thumb is whenever you come across an ad, what I do, whenever I come across an ad that I might want to model, what I do is I always write down things that are important to the targeting. Where did I see this ad? If it's on Facebook, I know they're probably targeting my age, my gender. I know I can look into a couple of things. If I'm on the internet, I want to have the URL, right? I want to know website did this show up on? Okay, these are factors that are understanding where are people throwing their ads at me, and you start doing the research. Again, you have all of the things that work, but if you want to go deeper into this, you want to understand how are people's sales messages coming out. Again, I don't want to make this sound too complicated, but we are salespeople. We are salespeople of the internet, where good salespeople know where to fish. Okay, they know the right ponds to fish in. If I'm trying to sell Microsoft software, where am I going out and selling them? Am I going to college am I on the street, or am I going to college campuses, or whatever that is? Am I cold calling certain people? You want to know where to sell the right stuff. I'm not going to sell computers at a Starbucks, right? You want to sell computers at a computer store. So you want to understand whatever product it is you're selling, where are the right places to sell it in. The easiest way is just to look at what other affiliates are doing, peruse the internet, and what I do is I generally start and I start perusing the internet. Peruse, which means I start going around, and then when I come across ads I like or I want to copy, I write down this stuff, the URL, I write down where on the page I saw it, and what I generally do is I screenshot everything. I screenshot the entire page. Is it a square ad? Is it one of those large rectangles? Is it a banner ad? I want to know how they've targeted this ad. What country I am, what location am I in. All of these things go into targeting, because you can determine how you target the ad by so many different variables. But knowing the URL is probably the best part. Ads themselves, when you come across ads, you want to look at everything you can about the ad. What type of ad is it? Is it a banner ad? Is it a native ad? Is it on Facebook? Is it on the sidebar in Facebook, or is it in the newsfeed? And I copy it, screenshot all this stuff. When you are starting out and you want to start doing new affiliate campaigns that I have not hand-fed you, you want to start copying this information. Know where to fish is the targeting, and the ads know what message. What's the message that gets them interested? It's the equivalent in if you've done in sales, if you do cold calling, the first 5 seconds on the phone with the person you want to speak to are the most essential. Okay, the first 5 or 10 seconds. Because if the first 5 seconds are bad, you get hung up on it. Now in advertising, that's your ad. That's your little ad, and people are going to scroll by it, or people are going to read it and click on it. So you want to copy the ads. Copy the ads or screenshot them, whatever you do. I recommend a screenshot app called, Jing TextSmith. Make it your best friend. I'm just gonna write that down. It's free. It's free. I use it I literally use it multiple times every day. This is my best friend. So screenshot that stuff, and what I even do, an advanced tactic, is I have ad spy software that I use all the time. And I look up people's ads. I look up the URL. I look up the URL. I actually look up the. So when you see the ad, you want to save, all the information on it. And I'll look up the ad in my spy tools, and I'll see what other variations have they run. What other variations are they currently running? Is this the best ad? So I want to see all of that. What's the history? What ads did they run 6 months ago or 3 months ago? Because if I know what marketing messages, if I know what that the equivalent of cold calling or the equivalent of, door knocking or whatever. It's that first 5 seconds. The ad is your first 5 seconds. What are they saying in that first 5 seconds to get people interested? And again, this is also one of the things that obviously I need you guys for, is this first 5 seconds. After enough times, some of the, like having a better kind of sales pitch, having a better introduction to get people to these landing pages, that's a big advantage. So over time, if you're able to create new ads, if you're more of the salesperson, it's really easy. And I have methods, there are trainings later on showing you don't even need to create new ad. You can actually just, you don't need to be good at writing ads. You can just literally find messages in other niches and just replace words. That's usually the best. They don't want you to know this. Or, this is what big weight loss companies hate. This is what big gurus hate. This is what big muscle companies hate. You start getting the messages down over time. You can just replace words, and they might work. Copy the ads. Read them. Understand, why does the psychology work? Put yourself in their shoes. Empathize. Why would somebody on this website be interested in this ad? Okay, if you're looking at a how-to site, a site that's saying how to, it's talking about recipes, healthy recipes. Why is somebody on a recipe site for healthy recipes? Well, maybe they're overweight and they're trying to find new food to cook that's healthier than what they've been eating previously, or whatever it is. And read the ads and understand, why would this weight loss ad appeal to them, whatever that is. But reverse engineer everything. Start peeling things out. The next is pre-sale pages. Pre-sale pages, you're gonna want to copy, again, everything. You're gonna want to copy and save the site URL. And all of this stuff, when I say save it, what I recommend you do to save this is use Google Drive. Google Drive, and create a document in Google Drive. Google Drive is free. And use Google Drive, create a document, and just put all this information there. And you guys will see, there will be another training where I'll show you exactly how I go about reverse engineering affiliate campaigns and creating swipe files. And I'm giving you my swipe files as a part of this course so that you guys can see how I reverse engineer campaigns, because I'm really not creative. I'll tell you this, I'm not really creating ads. All I ever do is I'm generally copying ads and I replace a few words here and there. That's really what I do. It sounds insane, but that's what I've been doing for years in dozens of niches, and it works. The sales messages don't change. The emotional triggers don't change. So copy the site URL, because you want to know what website they're using. What I also do is I expand that. I do site search in Google, okay? So site search is in Google, you type in site, colon, and then, whatever the site is. Site.com. Okay? When you search like that, what you'll do is you'll find all of the other pre-sale pages that a particular affiliate is using. That can come in handy, because if you see what other pre-sale pages they're using, you start to get an idea of, oh, this is what works. You start to get an idea of, oh, this is what other successful affiliates are using. This is the type of stuff that other successful affiliates are advertising. You start to create a model. The pre-sale page, screenshot it too. Screenshot the whole thing. I use a program called Awesome Screenshot. I'm just gonna write that in here. Sorry guys, writing is not my forte, but I use Awesome Screenshot, I use Jing, and I'll put links to these, and I use just site search in Google. So these are all free programs, but this is, and Google Drive, and this is all free programs, but it's what I do to start reverse engineering a real affiliate campaign, because this is the sort of stuff I'm gonna copy. As I said, I've provided these things for you, but you're gonna wanna know how to do this on your own. And it's pretty simple. It's a lot of copying, it's a lot of research. If you know how to do this, you can crush it. I don't know how to, but it's knowing how to copy, it's knowing how to reverse engineer the best. And what this is, don't get caught up in the word copy. I know it's got a bad connotation in school. But what this is just like in any good software company or any good sales company. What you're doing, you want to use the best pitch. If you're doing cold calling, you want to use the best pitch from the best salesperson, right? If you're programming some sort of widget and you're creating a drop-down menu, or you're engineering a building, or you're doing you're architect, you're putting up a new door in a building, or whatever that is, whether it's engineering or software, you want to go with the generally accepted standards. You don't want to program, your own. You want to use the programming that has created drop-down menus or forums in the past. There's lots of freely available code or engineering templates that are available. You want to use the best ones. You don't want to spend thousands of hours thinking about your own through trial and error. You want to go with the best. That's all we're doing here. Going with the best sales pitch from the start. With offers, so you've looked at their targeting, you've looked at the ads, you've looked at the pre-sale, and then when we get to targeting, we want to make sure we also have the URL of the offer. So you want to get the URL again, all these things of the offer, because you want to understand what affiliate network they're on. Okay, that's another thing. What affiliate network is this offer on? The product, let's say it's, Mobe, it's called, let's say it's laptop lifestyle, okay? The laptop lifestyle. That's Mobe's product. So you can see, that's from the affiliate network Mobe. That's the affiliate network. Or if it's Christy Brinkley's skin, you could say, okay, that's on ads for dough. You start getting the URL. I'd also read through all of these things. So look at, and screenshot the page. Again, the offer is not as essential because you don't need to screenshot, it's not totally essential to screenshot it, but I would still do it, so I still always do it. So screenshot, and again, use Awesome Screenshot to capture to capture a long page. If the page is really long, Awesome Screenshot, Awesome Screenshot captures every single part of the page. Just press it once, it goes, and it copies it as one single image file that you can save to your computer. And that's going to be really helpful when you're trying to look at what's a successful marketing campaign. That's basically it. One piece of software I would definitely recommend you get to take this to the next level. Again, you can do all this for free just browsing the internet. And that's kind of what I do when to start this whole process off is I'll Google a couple keywords. I'll Google, if I'm selling business opportunities, I'll Google make money online, okay? I'll Google how to work from home. I'll Google freelance jobs that I can do from home. And what I'll do is I'll look at the ads that show up in Bing or in Google, but I'll also open up all the websites that aren't ads, and they're all going to be like 37 jobs you can do part-time from home, or it'll be like, here's a directory of freelance jobs, and inevitably you'll see ads on all these pages. So I'll go on these blogs, and then I'll just start clicking on all the ads. And I open up a bunch of tabs, and I have a bunch of different things going on. And now I'll have, let's say, a dozen different websites of companies that are selling some sort of affiliate product around making money online. And I'll do the same thing for weight loss, or I do the same thing for skincare. It depends on what I'm advertising. So that's how I start the whole process. Now, once you've got this whole thing made up, you basically have your swipe file. As I said, the software I'd recommend is AdBeat. AdBeat is a really awesome software I use to look up more ads, and it's so fast, and I think it's not cheap. I think it's $200 a month or $100 a month. But you don't need it. But when you start getting serious and when you start making money, I definitely suggest you try this software out. Again, don't go crazy with this stuff until you start making money. But AdBeat is definitely a serious software that helps me take things to the next level and automate a lot of these swipe processes. So I hope that helps. You know how to reverse engineer affiliate campaigns. In the future, I talk about this as doing research. And I'll let you guys, I should have some links to the swipe files and whatnot here and to some of these resources. And in the future, I encourage you to go off and I guess your exercise would be whatever niche you're working in, go out and create your own swipe file. Even if I already have a swipe file for what we're talking about, create your own. And that will be your exercise for today.
Cut. Boom.